All right, welcome back, guys, to the Play On podcast with Jesse and Jerry. This is episode number 97. Huge, huge week. It's the last week of the Champions League, Jesse. I think eight teams are tied with 13 points, so people could still sneak into the top eight. We're gonna go over the matches, but before we do that, Jesse, huge news. Arsenal are starting to bottle.
Well, I wouldn't say it's huge news. It's what's expected out of them. It's in their DNA. They're just, they don't have the right mentality from the players to the coach to the whole club in general, like just their supporters even. Like their fans are just, they get what they deserve, the way
They
they speak
get
about
what
them.
they deserve.
Yeah, it was a glorious moment because, everyone's ridiculed Manu for like the past couple of years, and it turns out they are the saviors of football. They have destroyed the terrorist that is Arsenal and Mikel Arteta with their because he even exemplified in the goals that they scored. Like Manu scored like two worldies with Dogu's or scoring that volley that just top ends, and then Arsenal own goal. I think that's like their top goal scorer this year.
Corner, by the way, and for the second one.
Yeah, a corner. Like, how are you gonna say you're the best team in the world and win a league playing this type of football?
Oh my God, dude. I was watching their corners all the time. I'm legit telling my wife, I'm like terrorists of football. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, look how they play their corners. Like I get it's exploiting. You gotta take advantage of everything you can do to get the win, but Jesus Christ, like it's nothing but a cluster. Like it's just a cluster right there, you know?
Hmm.
Goalie can't move. Which in my opinion, if they're gonna do that, refs have to start calling any little touch to the goalie a foul. Because that's how it typically is, dude. You can't touch the goalie in the small box.
No, but it's not even like a screen or like anything anymore. They're literally shoving. Like, I think even for that one, they shoved Lamens in the bag, and then he like lost complete control of where he was in the air, and then by then it's just a scramble for the ball, which
Because
they
what they're
just get
doing is
lucky with.
they're getting away with like pushing the goalie's teammate into the goalie. And that's how
Hmm.
like they don't call a foul. But I'm like, technically that is a foul. Because you're again pushing the player, not playing the ball. But yeah, it was just horrible. And then Mateus Cunha just scores a banger. I think Arsenal were trying to go for the win and just send people forward where Man U stay composed and play their game. And yeah, Mateus Cunha just he just placed it in the bottom right corner.
And also, I want to call out Saka again. The guy that goes missing every big game. I'm surprised he didn't start limping. It's crazy because he gets paid 300K a week. His reputation is that he's world class, one of the best right wingers, if not the best right wing. That's how Arsenal fans put him. And he goes missing, and he's been missing this year. I think he hasn't scored in like 13 games. If you look at his GA for this year, I think it's horrendous too. Like he is so massively overrated.
Yeah, he hasn't been having a good season. He had a good start, but like this later half, maybe he still has a lingering injury because I know he did go out for like what 2 months, a couple weeks, a month, if anything.
He has 4 goals and 3 assists.
Yeah, it's not looking good. But what is good, I sold his card for $350 so I can get that out of the way. But yeah, because I saw it in the stars, like he's not playing good at all. Again, maybe an injury. Going into the World Cup, I might as well sell a card. And same thing with Arsenal. Maybe debate selling him. Will they do it? Probably not.
No,
No.
but it's so funny because Arsenal fans used to ridicule Stoke City for how they played. Even Arsene Wenger said that's not football. And look how the tables turned because that they're literally playing Stoke City football
I
in
know Arsene
2026.
Wenger must be super pissed on how they play.
Yeah, it's
But
hilarious. And also, I'm so glad because so many of their fans and so many like uh pundits or like English social media people were saying, "Oh, this team, they have the best defense ever. They're gonna break the Chelsea's 15 goal record." It's January and they lost it already. They've conceded 17 goals.
we took a talking point away from them. I'm glad. But yeah, I think there's more to come. Arsenal's cracking. You perfectly said it last week. You're the one that called it. I didn't think it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, Man City, luckily they didn't lose this week or tie. They finally decided to play football and get a win. So now they are 4 points behind them. Another team that's not doing so hot right now is Liverpool, Jesse. They lost 3-2 to Bournemouth in a last minute goal.
Yeah, and I was just telling you before the start of that Van Dijk blamed the first goal on the win.
Like, bro, you cannot be doing that. He's taking a page out of what's his name? Klopp, Jurgen Klopp. But
No, that was Mikel Arteta. I remember he blamed another loss on the balls, that the balls had too much air.
I think Jurgen Klopp also said something about the win one time. That or like the pitch, but you guys can't be doing that, dude. You're gonna be clowned. Like you get paid millions to play football. The wind condition does not take a part of this.
And especially when you're heralded as like one of the best center backs of all time, like how are you gonna be like, yeah, the win is the reason why I had a shitty game.
But yeah, another bad game. Just when we thought they were gonna come back, we can't even blame Mo Salah at this point, Jesse.
I still can.
But yeah, I know fans aren't happy with Arne Slot. They're calling for his head, but it'll be difficult to fire him at this point in time, just because they're still in the Champions League. In the league, they're still in it. They're not gonna win, but they can make top four. But there's rumors of your boy going to Liverpool.
Yeah, there's rumors linking Xabi Alonso to the job. I know they've already had talks about it,
Yeah.
but if anything, it all looks towards more towards the summer
Hmm.
because Liverpool's not the type of team that usually makes changes during the season, so they'll probably just wait until afterwards, which I guess makes sense, just to keep not to play a manager in a shitty situation like Man U did with Almiron.
Yeah. Again, that's what the last thing probably Xabi Alonso needs. More criticism, more eyes on him as soon as he gets the job. And obviously, they're going to expect him to perform. And if things don't start looking good, you're going to get the X, and they'll probably, I wouldn't say kill his coaching career. I'll probably like diminish it a lot. And so he's going to have to start from the bottom again. But hey, I like him for the job. They definitely do need to work on that defense, if anything. And I'm pretty sure he knows it. He's going to have his boy Wirtz and Frank Pong back. So that I think he'll thrive in Liverpool.
Yeah, and then also I think he just for Liverpool, I just think they need basically fix that defense and get rid of the old guard because they just look like they're unable to keep up. Like Van Dijk
Yeah, you
over
brought
here
up that
complaining about the
question, dude. You asked me like, should they sell Van Dyke? And I think it's a perfect question to ask at this moment in time, and I think they should. Hardly get the bag of if he still wants to compete, I'm pretty sure Real Madrid's willing to pay. They need a center back.
uh,
And any other team in Europe.
he was actually offered in the summer and Real Madrid rejected it because they said that he was too old.
I know now they would take him, Jesse. I don't doubt it.
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. What team would do you think he'll go to if
I
they
feel
do
like
sell him?
I feel like if they do sell him, I feel like Serie A just fits. They're one of the few leagues that are willing to, extend center back's life. Like, Inter, they're playing with Acerbi and he's like 38. So they're one of the few leagues where older center backs can survive. I feel like in La Liga, there's only Barca or Real Madrid, and I feel like neither of them is gonna pay that much money for like a 35-year-old center back that's past his prime.
And the
Same thing with
wages too. Like you
yeah,
can't look past that. He's gonna look for a lot of money.
same thing with Bayern and PSG. I don't think it makes sense. Well, maybe they did get Sergio Ramos beforehand, but maybe they've learned from that and they won't do it again.
Yeah. And Saudi, I think Saudi's out of the picture room. I don't think Van Dijk is the type of player to go to Saudi. I would say he would want to compete, but in my opinion, he goes to Real Madrid. That's just my opinion, Jesse.
Yeah, I don't see it.
But speaking of Real Madrid and Barca, they both won their respective games. And so the table stayed the same. So Barca's what 1 point ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still a point ahead. But one thing I did want to talk about Real Madrid is there's two things actually. Uh, Trent Alexander-Arnold, he looks to be outside of Real Madrid now.
No, the reports were refused, and then they came out and saying they support him and that he's full confidence to be back in. They're just waiting for him to get fully healthy.
And how do you feel about that? Do you want him as your right back? I know you've had
Uh,
reserves.
I do have reservations. I feel like we have the perfect right back right now in Valverde, but the man doesn't want to accept that his spot, he doesn't fit in the midfield. That he's just perfectly fit for that right back spot, and that's where we've seen his best performances this year.
Yep.
Uh, but Trent, listen, I just feel like we're not going to get the best out of him, or we're going to see the best out of him because and Liverpool, he was in the perfect situation because so much of their attack went through the right wing because Mo Salah was there and he was the main attacking force and the main outlet. But in Real Madrid, they're mostly going to play through the left. So he's just going to be waiting on the right wing for a cross point and then maybe like cross it in or just like lay it off. But he's never going to be like that major outlet here because that right wing's never going to be the number one option.
Hmm.
And then defensively, we know what he is. He's not great defensively. So that's always going to be pointed out. And this squad, he's not going to do enough offensively to offset that defensive liability.
That's what I'm waiting for him to come back just so he could mess up the defense even more. That's what I'm looking forward to. But it all depends if he could stay healthy. He hasn't been having a good stint of health for like the past year. Because even at Liverpool, towards the end of his Liverpool
Second
days,
half, second half, yeah, he struggled.
struggled a lot with injuries. Now with Real Madrid, he starts off with injuries, and he still has an injury at the moment. I think he's working his way back already.
Yeah, and it's not just him. The whole back line has struggled. I know some people are starting to come back, but then also Asensio is also going to leave pretty soon because he has been playing with a stress fracture in his tibia.
Yeah.
So he's just been waiting for players to come back so he could go off and get healed for that.
But the other player I wanted to talk about, he's not currently in Real Madrid, but he is a Real Madrid player. Endrick, Jesse, he is just rolling through it. And we talked about it a little bit last week, but Endrick just came off of scoring a hat trick with Lyon.
Yeah, it's great for him. It's finally living up to the potential that he showed in Palmeiras, and it's good for Real Madrid because when he comes back, he'll be fully ready to, start demolishing for us.
I'm still sticking with it, Jesse, if he comes back. I'm telling you, he's building up a grudge.
No, Jerry, this is just a narrative that you're building because you don't want him to see in
This
the
is
Real Madrid
copium.
jersey.
This is copium. I am coping with this, but in my head, I am building that thing that he's not going to want to be in Real Madrid. He's going to want to be the main man. He's playing great in the right wing too. So that's the scary part for me individually. But let's see if he say he does come back, we'll see how he does with all the egos. Because now I don't think Vinicius leaves. I think Vinicius is going to renew. Uh,
Still not confirmed.
it's still not confirmed, but I think they're more than likely sticking with him because I think they fired Xavi because of him, and they're doing all these things to like make him happy. And even Arbeloa, he's been talking like and glazing him a little bit too much in the press conferences, saying like this is Vinny's team, this is Vinny's team. So I think they're trying to get him to renew.
Yeah, I don't know because his sticking point, he says that he's not changing out of how much money he's asking, and that is a major sticking point. And Real Madrid does not want to break the wage structure for him.
But again, say he does stay. We'll see how he clashes with egos with Mbappe and Vinicius. Because yeah, I think as he should be selfish when it comes to shooting the ball because he is a great finisher. But when he does miss, is Mbappe and Vinicius gonna be happy if he could just laid it off? Maybe,
Uh,
but we just gotta see.
yeah, but they shouldn't complain because their conversion rate has not been great.
It
But
hasn't, but they're gonna want the ball, you know?
yeah, but I've also seen a lot of Real Madrid fans saying they're upset that Endrick went on loan, saying that we should have sent Gonzalo Garcia, but I'm like that's completely two different things.
Hmm.
Because Gonzalo Garcia is it's because Endrick wouldn't have been happy in playing the role that Gonzalo Garcia is playing, as basically playing like third fiddle, because
Yeah.
he's gonna be coming off the bench. He's not getting a whole lot of minutes, but he's supposed to expect it to give impact every single time, and also he's gonna be basically the grunt. He's doing all the running, all the pressing for the other guys because he's not considered the star. Meanwhile, in Endrick, allowing him to go on loan allows him to be the star, allows him to finally like make mistakes, like go out and develop. And people are saying that he should have stayed at Madrid, but he wouldn't have gotten this chance that he's currently allowed with Lyon
No.
to make mistakes, be free, you know, play 90 minutes consistently week in and week out. Like Gonzalo Garcia, he had that great patch, and look what happened. He's been coming off the bench playing 15 minutes each week, sometimes not even that. And he's been
Hmm.
playing out of position at right wing.
And yeah, and like you said, Hendrik he needs the playing time. He needs to get a feel of more European football. I think his biggest criticism is his temperament. He loses his temper and starts hitting players. And I think he has to learn that. I think going to the French league is probably the best thing for him because they're physical in a way. And again, It's just a learning experience for him. Again, because if it was at Real Madrid, he would be expected to score every single time he gets in. No matter if he's playing for 15 minutes, that's not what they're going to talk about in the papers in the news cycle. They're going to talk about how Hendrik has not been scoring, even though he's only been playing 5 minutes and the game's garbage time.
Yeah.
Compared to Leon, he gets the full 90 minutes. It's just showing what he could definitely do, which sucks. Again, going to Barca, Jesse. He's going to Barca.
You had your Brazilian wonder kid and you guys threw him away.
And you saw he's being linked going back to to Europe, and Premier League is being one of them. And his valuation is at 80 million now.
Yeah, so you guys it's funny. Well, didn't you already sell him for a loss?
No, we sold him for the same thing. We broke even. So it's not bad. Maybe he reduces his price tag to come back to Barca. But at this point now, I think Barca's all in for Julian Alvarez.
Well, I've seen him linked with Arsenal
hmm I have
with
seen him
the
too.
move back to the Premier League. I thought Barca put all their eggs in the new young kid that they just recently signed, the new striker.
The Egyptian one?
Yep,
No, he's still too young. I think
17.
that's why I like it. Again, how many 17-year-olds thrive? It's very rare. Again, Lamine Yamal is an outlier, and Mbappe was an outlier when he was 18. Even Vinicius, he wasn't an out. He was pretty bad when he was 18. But yeah, I think they don't want to put pressure on him. They'll probably just get like again, the ideal one would be Julian Alvarez, but we gotta see what they're asking for.
If Premier League's there, it's gonna up his range by a lot.
Well, who knows? Atletico Madrid have always sold to Barca. I know the relationship right now is pretty rocky, but we'll see how it goes. In my opinion, I think Atletico Madrid's gonna ask for like Firmino in exchange.
Well, I heard that there were if for the Barca it was gonna be like 80 million plus Fermin.
Well, Firmino is just constantly raising his price tag, and they're just renewing him too. So it'll be like I think
But
it'll
that
probably be like 40 or 20 on top.
but that would be worse because I saw about him renewing, but they're giving him a 50% raise on what he is, which is raising his wages, which is something Atletico Madrid's not gonna want, have high wages coming in like that.
Who knows? But at this point, it's gonna be difficult to even see Firmino out of the club because again, like sure the Barca could agree with something, but the player could always reject it, and I think Firmino's the player that's gonna reject it.
And also, it would lower a position because it's not the same anymore for Barca now of that is it cam position because before they had multiple players that could have play there, but they're starting to lose some. Like with Throw leaving, it weakens that. If Fermin leaves, it will just leave what Dani Olmo,
Dani Olmo. And my opinion, again, almost getting up in age, you'll probably rather invest in Firmino, a younger player.
and plus he's also very injury prone
Definitely. He
because
is.
he is like when it looks like when he's finally turning a corner, he just gets like the random injuries, like the one that he got with against Atletico Madrid. Like it was just a random thing that happened where he just hurt his shoulder.
Yeah, it's always three good games from Dani Olmo and then an injury for like 3 weeks and then let repeat the cycle again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for covering for the teams. I don't know if you had anything else.
Real Madrid, we just gave Marcelo's son Enzo his first pro contract at 16. He looks like he's a promising striker, but unfortunately, I don't know how he will fit into Real Madrid's plans because of the current strike force situation. He is young, but not young enough where like these players will be out the window. So it'll be tough for him to get any game time. So I unfortunately see him possibly going to other clubs and then maybe we'll put a buyback clause, but I don't know if it will happen. And then we also gave another contract to who is being hailed as like the next like jewel of La Fabrica, Brian Bulgarin. He's supposed to be like
hmm
the next one. So let's see how it turns out.
Sadly, Jesse, Real Madrid could not produce the same players Barca does. All right, can you see my screen?
Yep. I don't know, man. Nico Paz,
All right.
Jacob, Jacobo Ramon's having a good one as well.
They are, but they got to play for the first team for Real Madrid.
They are. They're coming back.
And so Champions League is gonna be the meat and potatoes of the rest of the show. There's so many scenarios, like I mentioned, I think 8 teams and with 13 points, so they could still sneak in. Um, Arsenal, they're gonna win straight out.
I think
First
they're already
place.
qualified. Yeah.
Yeah, they're directly qualified in first place. Bayern Munich still can move. They're in second, but they're in a good spot. Real Madrid, Liverpool, Tottenham, PSG, Newcastle, and Chelsea. Then I'll mention Barca just because I'm a Barca fan. Is in ninth. But yeah, there's so many things gonna happen here. Let me see. So 13th place is Atletico. So all these spots are completely interchangeable. 6 through what is it? 13. So it's gonna be an insane week tomorrow. Week tomorrow. It's gonna be an
What
insane week of
Wednesday?
Champions League. Yeah.
Just Wednesday.
hmm So Jesse, um, where do you see all this happening? Who do you think is gonna fall out of the top? What is it? The top five? Because that, or just in general, the top eight. Do you see anyone falling out?
Someone falling out.
hmm
Uh, Potentially Newcastle because they're up against PSG, and that's gonna be a tough one.
They're up against, yeah, are they?
PSG. Yep. If you look to the right on the go back,
All right, they do have it there.
right there on next to.
Huh? Yeah, and again, PSG is completely not out of the race. They are still in there. Um, trying to make the most of it.
Yeah,
So
and PSG is at home, so that's gonna be a tough one for Newcastle because neither one's gonna want to give up that automatic qualification for the knockout stages because they don't want to play those extra games.
same thing with Chelsea. They don't have an easy one. They're facing Napoli away.
And Napoli is in almost in the elimination zone, so they're gonna at least trying to keep their Champions League hopes alive.
Yeah,
So
they're
that's gonna,
straight up on the edge on the 25th, so they have to win their match.
yeah, that one's gonna be tough, and that's gonna be Napoli's gonna be at home, so the atmosphere should be good.
hmm Real Madrid has potential to drop points. They are facing Benfica, who is Benfica is in
And right there, 29th.
29th.
So
So
they're
they have a chance to make it. They just have to win and potentially see other teams that they fall on points.
yeah,
So, and again, they're playing in Portugal, Jesse. Not the greatest record for any team going there.
yeah,
But Liverpool, they should win theoretically. Should win, barring any surprises. Tottenham also has a tough matchup in Frankfurt. I think they play away, right?
yeah. No, they're Liverpool's. Wait, who are we talking about?
Tottenham,
Spurs?
Tottenham.
Yeah, yeah. Oh wait, which is that's a real atmosphere, not like the ones in the Premier League.
Yeah, again, we were talking about it before the show. And you said that Tottenham had a very easy schedule. They didn't really have too many hard opponents, as one
Yeah,
would think.
the New England Patriots of Champions League.
Then PSG, we think they should be Newcastle.
Yeah, especially because Newcastle's coming off a loss this weekend against it was 2-0 for the other team. I can't remember who was it. Aston Villa. There we go.
So it'll be interesting to say the least. Chelsea, Napoli, we talked about it. Barcelona has potentially an easy game against Copenhagen. I think Barca should win. All they got to do is win
Uh,
and put and make top eight.
well, Copenhagen is also fighting for their life because they're also in the elimination zone, so they're just trying to keep their Champions League hopes alive. If you go down, they're like 30 or 26. There you go.
Yeah. But again, playing at home has been beneficial for Barcelona, and they're back in the Camp Nou at 45% capacity, even though
I did send you a thing about looks like rain's getting in though.
it's under construction, Jesse. It does not have a roof yet.
Kind of reminds me of the Theater of Dreams in Manchester United.
We don't have a roof. They do. There's two different things. And plus, Real Madrid Stadium has a lot of leakage too.
I didn't look like that, Jerry. That's all I will say.
But again, we don't have a roof, Jesse. We're fucked. So again, we'll see what happens with all these matches because Sporting has to face Athletic Bilbao. It looks like Athletic Club. Man City has to play Galatasaray, and against Man City has been weird this whole season. Let's see if they can keep it up. Atletico Madrid, Bodo Glimt. But anything
Hey,
specifically, or you want to go match by match and just
hey,
make
Bodo Glint's
predictions?
tough. Wait, they did beat Man City, remember 3-1?
They did. So we're actually gonna go match by match. You take your pick. Ajax, Olympiacos.
Uh, I'll give it Ajax
So yeah, I'm pulling up the table, see where they're at. So
because they're
Olympiacos 24th, Ajax 32.
yeah, because Ajax has been bad and they've hit a really bad form. Because I know like a couple weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, they lost 6-0 to Keith Smith team.
Hmm.
The So I know they're looking for a bounce back, and the coach is fighting for his life right now.
I got a tie in this one. Um, Arsenal Kairat Almaty. I think Arsenal should win, sadly.
No, I think Arsenal rests, so Karam Almaty might get the win. Because remember, they're also in bottling season right now, so their mentality is screwed since they have no confidence in themselves.
Nah, I see it hard. Even if Barcelona does rotate, Martinelli is probably gonna just outpace whoever the right back is and just score. But
I don't know, man. I
I
don't
hope you're
know.
right. Atletico Bilbao versus Sporting. Sporting is in top. What is it? They're in 10th place right now. Athletic Club are in 23rd. So they're at the edge and they got to win a match.
I'll go with the draw here.
I think Athletic Club edges it out like 1-0. Atletico Madrid versus Bodo Glimt. You said it wasn't easy.
No, because Bodo Glimt, remember last week they beat Man City 3-1.
They did. But didn't they play at home?
Don't remember.
Yeah, they played at home.
Yeah, but I feel like Madrid Stadium's, eh.
I got Atletico Madrid. It's not eh. It's not
Uh,
the Etihad. Barcelona
uh,
Barcelona Copenhagen.
Give me Copenhagen.
Give me
They're
Barca.
they're fighting for their lives.
Nah, I think Barca's gonna win like a 4-1. Bayern Leverkusen versus Villarreal.
VFL.
Really? They've been really bad this Champions League campaign. They only have 1 point,
Bayern Leverkusen's been bad too.
but they're in 20th and they could at least scrap up some points. I think this Villarreal, they don't even have a win. They have one draw and six
Yeah,
losses.
but the recent form's not been great. There
I'm just
were
gonna go Leverkusen on this one.
all right.
And even what I saw this past weekend, because they faced Real Madrid, I'm not convinced at all. Um, Benfica versus Real Madrid.
You know where I'm going, Jerry, where my loyalty lies. Real Madrid wins.
Where is Benfica? Benfica. They are in 29th with 6 points. They gotta win. They beat Napoli, which again, Napoli hasn't been a great team, but I think they could do it. It's one of those do or die games at the final for Benfica. So I got the money.
Yeah, sure.
Borussia Dortmund versus Inter Milan.
Inter.
It's a tough one because it's the yellow wall. I'm surprised you didn't say that. I have a
Yeah,
tie on
but
this one.
yeah, but Dortmund has not been great.
Yeah, they lost versus Tottenham,
That's all I
and
need to say.
they tie with Bodo Glimt, your team.
That's all I needed to hear. They lost to Spurs, all right?
Club Bruges versus Marseille.
Give me Marseille.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm with you.
we also forgot to mention they did get a recent new signing in Ethan Nwaneri on loan from Arsenal, which is funny because they kept him because they promised him game time, which was a lie.
Anything for him to sign the contract, but I have Marseille as well. I think they're a really good team. Mason Greenwood, despite the off-field shenanigans and disgusting things that he does, he's a really good player. But Ethan Nwaneri, he should be helping out in that right flank as well.
I heard that he got chipped out because he actually plays football and it didn't fit the anti-football that they play.
Probably. I don't put it past him. Frankfurt versus Tottenham. I think we talked about this. We both have Frankfurt,
Yeah,
your
actual
stadium.
atmosphere. Yeah. Real aura.
Liverpool. Liverpool kind of back again. We talked about it. I have Liverpool, barring anything crazy happening.
Give me a Karabakh.
I like the pick. Man City, Galatasaray.
Man City is at home.
I got Galatasaray.
I give it City. They need momentum to, for that title race, and this is
Yeah,
gonna help them.
I don't doubt it either. I think they need the momentum, but I don't know. They've been really inconsistent. So I got them. Monaco, Juventus. I got Juventus.
Same.
Not much of explanation. I didn't really see too much from Monaco against Real Madrid. Pafos versus Slavia Prague.
What's the table looking in for that one?
Slavia Prague is in 34th. And where is Pafos? They are in 30th. So there's no real implication in this match. Just honor. Um, I'll probably just take Slavia Prague.
Give me Buffaloes and give this a goal fest for that one.
That'll be cool. That'll be cool. PSG versus Newcastle.
Big implications for both of them.
Hmm.
Dropping off automatic qualification.
Yeah, because they both can't tie. Because if any other team that's tied in with 13 points, they automatically kind of
Yeah,
jump them. Also, goal difference depending on that. I got PSG winning this game.
yeah, PSG,
PSV Eindhoven versus Bayern Munich. PSV is in 22nd. They're barely hanging on. Bayern Munich, I think they're gonna rotate, Jesse.
Yeah, but I think even with the rotations, I think they win. But PSV, I think they do have this academy product from Bayern. He might have a revenge game. Paul
Uh,
Wan Paul Warner
yeah.
might go crazy. He was a
Uh,
big prospect and he left.
I don't know. I'm going with PSV with this one. I think Bayern's gonna rotate. They definitely don't need to play this match and risk their players at all. Especially Jamal Musiala. He just came back from injury, so I think the big team should definitely be playing. What's his name? The right winger that like glaze Real Madrid.
Carl
Hmm.
Kamer or Kamer?
Yep, I think this is a game for him.
Well, he sometimes starts, right? He's in
Hey,
between.
after what he said, they don't mind an injury from him.
But you know who has been having a good season? My boy Bischoff, the one I told you about.
Yeah, good season from him.
Crazy. I would love to have him. Hey, listen, if he wants to come, he could bring him over to Real Madrid when he joins.
That's a Byron player for life, Jesse.
No,
That's
no, no. They literally signed him from Hoffenheim, I think.
next match is Napoli versus Chelsea. I have Napoli. Chelsea have been conceding a lot of goals recently.
Yeah, and plus Napoli's fighting for their life here, and they're at home.
Same thing. Chelsea was struggling against a Baffles team at the Stamford Bridge. Baffles pulled off a great defensive performance, but it's like more on Chelsea for having a really bad performance. But yeah, I have Napoli getting in. And then USG versus Atalanta. I don't think there's any huge implications on this one. Where's Atalanta? They are in 13th. They also one of the teams with 13 points. I
I
have
think
Atalanta winning.
Yeah, Atalanta. Even though they're slow this year in Serie A, I think they make it.
Yeah, me too. Let us know what you guys think. If we got any of them wrong, I'm pretty sure we probably did. Um, I think me and you had a couple differences in that, but we'll see what happens. Anything else, Jesse? Ter
Uh,
Stegen conceded and did his Ter Stegen pose with the Girona. I don't know if you saw that.
no.
Yeah, he conceded and did his famous pose of just raising one hand. I
I'm
don't
just
know.
trying to look ahead in the weekend, see if there's any good games to look at. Oh, Spurs, Man City.
And it's crazy because Spurs has Man City's card.
Yeah, are they gonna or can they do it again? Are they gonna keep Thomas Frank in his job again? I know their fans have been calling for his dismissal and they're just saying,
I think
uh,
Thomas Frank stays until they're in Champions League. Once they get eliminated from Champions League, and when they get eliminated from Champions League, then he'll be fired.
yeah, but who do they get?
Whoever wants that job. Pochettino, probably after the World Cup.
There's been rumors linking him back of the Spurs owner willing to pay his release cost to bring him back.
I don't doubt it. Arsenal's facing Leeds and they're playing at Leeds. I think that's gonna be a good match. Leeds has been good at home. I think they beat Man City.
Yeah, Leeds, I believe.
Then Man U is facing Fulham. Liverpool's facing Newcastle. Chelsea, West Ham. Oh man, that's all I got in my books so far. La Liga,
Oh,
nothing crazy.
Conor Gallagher went to Spurs, who's since last week, confirmed, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, he played for Spurs this past weekend.
Did they pay for him
Yeah, 46 mil in USD.
in dollar? That's interesting.
Well, I don't know
Oh,
what it is in euro. It's just what the one I'm looking at.
so did Atletico Madrid make money off that transfer then?
Uh,
I'm trying to find his transfer on this thing. Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
you could switch to the top transfers and they'll show you.
Oh, I see. Oh, that is kept. Well, I'm in specifically La Liga tab.
It might be in the Premier League because it's incoming.
I don't see his. Let me just look up Conor Gallagher. Okay, I can't even spell his name and he doesn't show up.
Right there.
Yeah, I saw him now. 48 billion. Where's the transfer? Is there like a page for like all transfers?
Transfers right there on the top.
Where?
Uh, by news, advertised transfers.
But I wanted to see what how much Atletico Madrid bought him for originally.
I think they don't keep it if it's like over a year older.
Probably. But interesting nonetheless.
You know what's his salary, Jerry?
No.
9 mil, which is
Per
a
season.
lot. Yep.
Premier League could afford it. The Premier League could afford it. They'll pay mediocre players as long as they're English, a handsome amount of money.
Uh,